Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lads TMD podcast. Today we're going to react to Russell Wilson's huge contract extension with the Denver Broncos. So the details of the contract are it's a 5-year extension worth $245 million, $165 million of which is guaranteed. So Mac, what are your thoughts on the contract extension?
I think the main concern for Bronco fans and NFL fans around the world is the contract length. I think for any mobile quarterback, and I think Russell Wilson's improved in the pocket, but any mobile based quarterback, when you're signing him to that age 40 season, that's kind of that fringe line where you really might not get the return you're expecting once he hits like 38, 39.
38, 39. I'm worried about his age 35 season. I think that, so first off, I should just point out that I'm a Seahawks fan. So I've had the chance to watch every game of Russell Wilson's career, the good and the bad. But I think that it's been pretty obvious the last year and a half after his hot start in the 2020, at the beginning of the 2020 season, that he has really started to slow down a little bit. And there's a lot of reasons for this. One, he is a very limited player just based on his height. So Russell Wilson is just over 5'11", just over 5'10". So he has a hard time seeing over 6'5", 6'6" linemen. So he ends up not being able to make quick throws across the middle of the field. So this ends up really being limiting to the team because there's a very basic part of the game that due to physical limitations he just can't do. But he would always be able to kind of get away with this because of how mobile he was, how he could extend plays and get outside the pocket and then make great throws on the run. But I think that now that he's getting older, he's not going to be able to do that to the same extent. And I think that that's when his limitations are really going to start to show up.
Yeah, especially just that mobility was such a factor early on in his career, and I think nowadays it's almost non-existent. You're happy if he's running for 20 yards in a game, but I think recently, even last season, he missed 3 games in the 2021 NFL season, and those are the first games he's missed in his NFL career to date. So if durability is an issue and it's going to creep up, that's only going to get worse by that 6th and 7th year into the contract. So, it'll be interesting to see. I think Cortland Sutton's a good comparison, a poor man's DK that he can throw to on the outside. But I think Jerry Jeudy's the one who's probably going to feel the regression of Russell Wilson just not being able to find the middle of the field. So, it'll be interesting to see. I think the Broncos, I know I had them as the number 7 seed in my playoff predictions. I know you didn't have them in your AFC playoff predictions, but it'll be interesting to see if they can really turn the corner here and find some success.
I think that something else we have to talk about is this man's ego. When he came into the league, he was a quiet, humble guy who was like very team first, would do anything for the team. But the last couple of years in Seattle, it was kind of all about Russ. It was team 3 was dictating this and that, was making demands, was throwing other people under the bus. And I think that as a Seahawks fan, it was a little bit questionable. And I know most of the fan base didn't really want him there by the end, just because it wasn't about the team anymore. So I think that we definitely need to dive into that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might be the Ciara effect there. Once you want to be in the spotlight, so you can get all the endorsements. So he's built up his ego a little bit, and the ones that are gonna pay for it the most are the Broncos here.
Yeah, all right. Is let's ride. What do you think of that? Do you think it's a nice little slogan?
I don't know. I saw it first by JT Daniels in West Virginia. So I don't know who's copying who here, but I definitely I definitely don't think that's going to be outside of the TikToks there.
Well, yeah, I guess this season and in the next 7 years that Russell Wilson is under contract, we'll get to see if Mr. Unlimited really does have limits. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you on the next one.
Bye, guys.